how aban mom endi ne bo hyeso. There's a reason why you got to aban tia MPP. You wanted this government to come to power to pay you. Now, with all due respect, aban ba na aban is trying to settle the debt. Also, to what did aban atem? What are you talking about? 2024, and I got to aba say MPP aban no ebuwa faso. Omo bu kwasia. Aban ba power 1 year 6 months. The same aban about power no. Won call for na anka osie for omadwuma 2022, 2023, 2024. Ya for omadwuma omo tifie. The same government I was say ope ekwan bi so sa fa sa classmate for no bi to adwuma. The same government will have to create money and pay you from 2020. Now what TikTok AD minister atem now we the president atem me a minister can show number pamon I will sack you. Yeah, I will sack you completely because you don't even appreciate what is about to happen. A krube soon ye for juma 2020 now 2026 abayembra metua a krube so it means to say all the people who were employed under Ekufuado 2020 for campaign for elections no sa e kana da hodi nyina na apile no e was say NDC abide 1 year 5 months etua ni nyina ye kwaya na se e bae the same NDC abide monesi for the bitifie e mo pressure say mo fa ye adwuma MPP tina power o man fa mo adwuma. It is abide kra aka say me tua and as we speak the government is paying. So you don't even have to come on social media to come and insult the minister, come and insult the government. Me, my like is that people like us, we don't do active politics. Me, when I see you, I'll make sure I find you and fire you. Yeah. Because the things you are doing now, there was a reason why it's here. Okotuaba. Now Okotuaba. That's our banner. I catch your last week say they are about to pay. You are not even supposed to you are not supposed to be mad at this government. You are still supposed to be pissed off with the NPP because 2020 no sanka NPP fa no otia oka ka isi ankanya ebianka oni ha ebianka wesidan ebianka wetima toka bia odukọ adwuma ebianka o maame nko ewu sanka NPP cha oka from 2020 2021 2022 ebia nyoma bia ehwere wo no ka won saka. So you have lost a lot in the past 5 years. So your anger should be directed towards the NPP. Abanwe is trying to recruit. Abanwe is still trying to pay the debt that Ekufuado Kwasiampe, anybody. So why should you come on TikTok to say, you'll say, I'm disappointed. Say, I bind the by rule to America. Now you don't want to get in here, MPP in Jauka. Oh, you don't want to get in here, Jauka. Oh, you say, we get in here, we are nurse or Ghana, Jauka. Go and check the number of people at MPP are buying Jauka. Go and check the number of contractors MPP are buying to Obuka. Share a car MPP are buying Jatuho. Sometimes you people should be reasonable. Me power cho opa to NDC. I don't care. I am being realistic with you. I am trying to let you understand the say Mumubino, Mutimuna yamu de, and Kwasiaki kana yamu. Today the government is paying. Busamusa abaning yesikawen. But someone say a kana MPP ejato wono abanya skawen. Some of you nurses in Ghana mu feel mo say mo better than any government worker. Some of you these nurses in Ghana mumu no mu feel say mo better than obi a wo Ghana o ye adwuma e wo Ghana. Enti ana mutim no mo say without you people Ghana cannot be Ghana. Mama kan kire mo. There are people in Ghana who work in the medical field for free. Most of you guys, with all due respect, nurse for more Ghana, you are basic general nurses. But you see, that sense of entitlement, and you people, you see, you have to better yourself before you can get even any decent hospital to work. It's that idea, there's something in some of the heads of you nurses. We are entitled. There are doctors who are also entitled. There are engineers who are entitled. There are other people working in government institutions. They also can feel entitled. That is the fact. MPP politics. Wow. We let you understand the reality. This is a record about being set. For the government to even take a step back from 2020 to pay you, you should be appreciative. Because Abemi Beshada acted to say on Kai 2020, no, on Kai 2021, on Kai 2023, then I'll be. But this government is making sure in Kwasiadia MPP for Bugu, the government is taking a step back. The same government also owns the 24-hour economy. The same government on for Juma. The same government almost the Canberra bottom. The same government on develop Obia. The same government is supposed to go back and clear the Nana the Danko Kufuor Bawumian Kwasia for normal debts to make you happy. The same government needs to step back. The same government needs to take a step back. Some of you nurses, and this is the reality we need to understand. Me eko me metna ha empa obi a chew. Say me srew 2028. Also to my NDC. It is your own problem. It is not my problem. You need to be reasonable and rational enough to understand. So obi for Juma 2020 no way to me tuaka. Na 2026 ye tuaka. Eche we Kwasia na besa to Obama sa nipa 2028. Eche we Jimmy because you've not learned anything from the past mistakes. So obi for Juma 2020. Now the 2026 now been abai me abai betu oka. Now catch him say meto man nipa na. Now wait Jimmy, you don't even deserve to be a nurse because rationally you should understand that this government is doing more than it's supposed to do. The government is taking a step back to clear this debt. A kroben kwa Africa nkrowe so sa abai bi ja ekato no wentua nurses wentua doctors a abai foforo ba ontua. Mo sere ma betina TikTok. Na mumubi mo kasa anyhow me hwa mo sa me so like say menye health minister. Why lucky say me health minister? Because me obetina TV so obetina Facebook me did the minister term, me did the president term, and I am a nurse in you come from 2020. I'll call you and say come. 2020 didn't pay you, 2021 didn't pay you, 23, 24, 20. Okay, did I employ you? No. Why didn't you force the government that was there before to employ you? Oh, I don't know how to do it. That's why I voted for you. Then give me that time to make sure you are paid. So why are you out there insulting me? Because my job here is to create that money for you to be paid. But a sense of entitlement. Let's be fair. We respect you nurses. But some of you people, with all due respect, you don't even deserve to be nurses in Ghana. I'm telling you, the passion for Ejumano Kramon Pe. Some of you are using the nursing as a stopgap issue to make money. That passion is not there. The commitment is not there. But you see, we are in a country whereby I am a as a problem. A Krobia ni we are so abrochira are buying the finance for nowhere in this world. Nowhere in this world. A Krobia ni abrochira are buying the finance for a Krobia ni ho. But you also tell you say this government is doing you a lot of privilege. They are helping you by paying 2020 debts. 2020 salaries. Also, Charles, I buy webwow. I broach baby edwa. Yeah, day I buy finance for me a president. And make a child buy say own chum my buying finance in Juma. Private entities will have to employ you people and give to government. So you need to work through agencies. And kasanya mo yinanke because anke agency na aban eka say oh agency A me here nurse is 30, agency B me here nurse is 40. At the end of the day, you need to go after your agency for your salary. The government has taken this burden, and it's unnecessary burden. It is unnecessary. And if let's be real here. Mutu kwa broche as nurses and doctors are buying tia nurse ni directly. Buying no tia nurse ni directly. You all work through agencies. We need serious agencies in Ghana. Move your nursing school now. You go and register with an agency. The agency will take their time. They will go through academics. Nurses are smart. Then they pick them. Agencies were almost 5-star. If you are 3-star, the government will contact the agency with a 5-star. You need to work hard in school. Say, most of you will never be nurses in Ghana. But you see, you need to understand. So, we now, my 2020. Ma obufu 2021 endemete na nsen na aka no beka say afen na ye befa 2022 for the bi. How did we get here? Afen ye befa 2022. Ye were 2026. Na ntenkan kwasiafo yi eba ye nkomo to efa etua ka be do 2024 anka problem we wo ha. Anka a lot of nurses omo fie nkomo nyanya adwuma ye. But this government has to take a step back and go pay 2020 salary. Pay 2021 salary. Come and make sure they employ 2022 for, and then start to pay 2020. What kind of nonsense is this? How do you manage a country like this? You see, we need to, as a people, we need to take some bold decisions. And both decisions and then say things like nursing, nurse for and it's a buying a nurse for Juma. It sounds crazy, yeah, but we need to understand. So pressure when you know nurse for no better, a buying better, we need to take that burden on the government or employ nurses. The government needs to push that burden away and give it to agencies to do it. Into about 10-20 agencies for Ghana, reliable agencies. G omudi. All that government does is agency A, B, C, D, B, E. Me here 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Obi ada 10, 10, 10, beba. So buy you to our car, they will pay you through the agency. Into nurse, if we more agency C. So I'm going to demonstrate to say agency into your car. All that the government does is you take the agency's license from them. That's all. Because agents, they need to pay the nurses because they have worked for the government. And the government has paid the agency to pay the nurses. Into nurses, if we be Pia Bontine say, your agency, your Juma 4 months, your entire car, all that the government does is put up a committee, agency, if they are not able to give account why they have not paid for 4 months, the government shuts it down. Simple. They move the nurses onto another agency. Finito. That's all. So if a nurse is not being paid for 3 months, 4 months, the nurse has an issue with its agency. And the agency, the more time you have these issues, nurses will not work with you, the agency. Technically, you, the agency, you not be effective. You be good. Because agency a triakaye, a triantamono, and not abandoning be juma, and not a nurse for the person be juma. So what will happen is the agencies will be working effectively. Into about 10 million agents where all the nurses are paid. Into every nurse be a free school bar or person agency a juma because some there almost salary came. But agency D in there, about 2 months. That is how government takes burden away. Then the government can also look into other things. To Kromaha, Obia ko nursing school, or we ma aban fano, Obia ko teaching school, or we ma aban fano, Obia we ma aban fano. Aban you can only pick 700,000 people. So what are we doing? So somebody said the government is not paying from 2020. The government is paying from 2024 when the 2020 batch were recruited. Listen to this. So the government, the MPP government, recruited 2020 nurses in 2024. Almost 4 years. This is even worse. The government, the MPP government, recruited 2020 nurses in 2024. So the government now has to pay 2020 nurses recruited in 2024. How do we live? How are we going to survive as a nation? These are the things we need to sit. The Ghana registered nurses, these are the things they need to sit down and analyze. But the moment so they are there and they are making stupid money. Ghana nurses, registered nurses, bullshit. Ghana registered nurses and midwives, sound nonsense. They need to shut it down. It's stupid. They can't think. They're criminals. They sit there, Minister Biba no more tatano because politics. Why my car and Tiasia? Some questions. Aquana Nisa Petu. Aquana Tinkra and Nisa Petu Quasia. Aban we buy. She had nobody a candle. It was deliberate because they need money. They need cash. They need. If you don't give us, we will frustrate you. That is what they do. And you see, let's be real here. Let's be realistic here. I was saying, Aban start to think, say, you know what? We need to start making sure our bed in that Aban sono. Yes, left us our bed in our agencies. And the agencies is one criteria. Agency A. So one pass it some a level be a yen to me foul. Agency B, where you sap mark we are yen to me foul. And to be on nursing school and yes, pass and go in the step government. You need to make sure you learn and pass well. And your nursing school in pass and go. As far as you enter nursing school, we are government burden. That bullshit needs to stop. And if we are resetting, these are some of the things we need to do. Ghana Bar Association, we need to break it down. And the law school in Ghana, from next year, amount for law school around the nation. That is what we do. We don't need to monopolize any bullshit in Ghana again. The monopolization of these things, and then the Emma Abine Ebre Ghana. So the government should sit, take the hard bullets. Bring in or register agencies. Let them bring their accreditation. Let them bring their qualification. Let them bring whatever. Look at it and say, right now, you are the people we are going to recruit nurses from. You need to have your criteria. Now work with the schools and tell them, we this agency B, if you don't get 62 in your exams, we cannot recruit you. We agency C, if you don't get 71, we cannot recruit you. Even though government is supposed to pay throughout, we can negotiate with government. In typical agency A, near Ethiopia 100 Ghana a month, but agency B, Ethiopia 120 a month, because that agency B, they have been able to negotiate well with the government to be paid well. Agency A, you see, this is how we manage, we try to employ everybody. By Atina Ghana, Obianko Nursing School, no give me job. Give me job. I want to work. So at the end of the day, they become a burden. So NOB agencies are called recruiters. So let's get recruiters. They will recruit on behalf of government. Maybe a health minister. Maybe government. Go to the recruiters. When you are done with school, apply through the recruiters. Recruiter and you can see they are very effective. I'm call for your form because almost standard near high. Recruiters now now me say 3 times. They will suck you into almost level near high. That is what we do. Give it to the recruiters. This nonsense of this burden is CSO or Ghana. Teacher focus school, teacher for burden. Nurse focus school, near Tikroma, there's a backlog. Now I'm 40 fee. Yeah, say. Yeah, Ghana for Mutia. They have platforms like mine. They will never talk about this because Yama buying one channel. Demonstration ba na MPP for a day. It will be obi oyedwuma bi tesame. Na when we say we NDC for ya catch them some betwa montro enkwasiade. Ya onkofo be bromotia brocha. They know this is what is going on. This is what we need to do. We need recruiters. We need to change that the way we employ nurses. Obu to be nurses school on classroom one day po. Practical onyebi. Owie ya no oginaban so mamedwuma. Obi o owie school no a wotre. Or store ofie. Or kunu. No, otiabanso, mami adwuma. You see, we need to add some quality to what we put out. And the nurse need teacher training. Adani saito. Obia pe a safe haven no run nursing school. Obia pe a safe haven no a training college. Into what happens and say obia nim say me wiem kwa dia aban and me client. That is what is going on. So let's get serious as a people. These are simple things. We need people who have experience to sit down and think through this. Say yes, there will never be a day I because a nurse for a demonstration. Anything I there's never been a day I was a nurse for a demonstration. Be that. Uko Asia, Uko Europe, Uko America. You will never see nurses on the street demonstrating because everybody works through a recruiter. Everybody works through a recruiter. And what happens is, say, the recruiters, they need to understand, say, you cannot pay below a certain amount. If you're a recruiter, make sure there's some salary you cannot pay below. So the minimum wage, you cannot drop below. And there's some amount of money you cannot go beyond. So the recruiters are supposed to work within some amount of money. Workers. They cannot manipulate nurses because one recruiter at me 2,000 a month. Now the rest are paying 1,800. It means to say he is going to get a lot of nurses to give to the government. So the government, these are all structures. This is things you see. Let's think. You see the Adeba kwa dima bibini, especially MPP ni say, ubetuma to MPP ni ewo dem no allow say think for 5 minutes when I come tell me about what you were thinking about untumi. I'm telling you. Me say Adia dima MPP ni and say oden be share them no allow no can say oh I'm giving you 30 minutes think and when I come explain to me nyoma wodwene ho untumi nye or to them no Sa 30 minutes over kono ndwini bibia Jimmy that is sa na etie sa na MPP for tie because right now yet Ghana you see I was a nurse for ekwa abrochire na ye the nurse for ko Barbados the nurse for ko Jamaica say your recruiters are it is not the work of the government to be sending nurses to Barbados to Bahamas to Jamaica. No, recruiters do that. So if government even wants to take nurses to Barbados or Bahamas or Jamaica or wherever, the recruiters it is their responsibility. Government to give them quota, they will give them numbers. Make sure you make these people available for us. There's no burden on the government. And it will cut down the corruption. Because you see, when people come into power, now especially will be a Minister of Education, Minister of Health. Now there's so much pressure on them. Now, this is a situation whereby Ubehu ministers, no more free a health minister, no more free education. Oh, family pay insha. Now, Ubehu on hene, no free, family bawe insha. Ne banaswa bon one pass it. Ubehu say, a penny be free, soft be free. So it breeds corruption. Take that and give it to recruiters. Let them deal with the recruiters. Into your minister near for us, oh, I don't handle these things. Recruiters are doing that job. So I can also go to recruiters and tell them, take this person. So you push that burden on the recruiters. And so it will bring down the corruption in the recruiting of nurses. Because right now, when we are recruiting teachers and nurses, I am not enforcing corruption because now the education minister, the health minister, whoever minister is under pressure. But most of them, now, why the problem is okojina a stage so on hene konya stage, so for konya stage no kaseti awa bang. So what do? You are forced to recruit nurses for my bong. So what you do is you shift that burden to the recruiters. They will have to deal with those things. Into you, the minister, you get the room to work. You'll be able to implement policies. It is not a job of a minister to oversee recruitment in Ghana or in any. No, it's stupid. Why should the minister be overseeing recruitment? Now, the health minister also or the policy banner, that same person is also looking at who to employ. Stupidity. We are putting too much burden on people and they cannot deliver because what is going to happen is we are now burdening these people with too many things that is not supposed to be on them. The minister's job is to be the overall boss and also think through policies to make sure in parliament it's passed. It is not the job of the minister or the ministry to be recruiting nurses. That's bullshit. You are creating corruption. You are forcing the minister. You are pushing the minister in a corner because it's a country where we are intertwined. Everybody is an uncle. Everybody is a brother. Everybody is a mate. So if you put somebody in a position, so a minister, now there's backlog from 2020. Then you expect the minister will be under pressure. People will disturb him. His own colleagues, his own party members, his friends, his colleagues, his chiefs, they are going to disturb him because at the end of the day, we are a country where we are intertwined in so many ways. So if you don't want people to be entangled in these things, you push the burden on recruiters. Then you leave the minister to do his job. Into Uber education, Uber health, Uber their police. That is the problem happening. Into Yatikuruma, yani build corruption in my home. We force ourselves into a tight corner. This is not supposed to happen. Government is not supposed to be recruiting nurses. Recruiters are supposed to recruit nurses. Government is supposed to pay through recruiters. Every recruiter and as every agency that is recruiting nurses, they have to make sure every nurse has insurance, every nurse is paying SNIT. That is the basic. They need to have a framework that every recruiter works within or with. That is how we build. Now you Ghana from 1992. Still people are still at home. They don't get jobs to do. But the avenues are there. What are we learning from these white people? You see, yes, we be free UK, be free America, be free Europeans, but we come and we cannot implement it. But these people have been able to implement it, and then the mayor person so why can't we just support the same thing back home? We have a problem. Ghana is too small, just 34 million people. California. We are just 34 million. Yes, sir. A tiny country. We cannot manage our own affairs. It was a kwasiebia by me economist. Kwasiebia by me say, oh, the chronisha monsa and kwasia samonkwan. Chede Baumia for the past 8 years. See what Baumia and Kufuado came to do for 8 years. Yet now Kroma and Kwasiafuka say Agenda 111. They didn't have a plan. Right now is the burden of this government. The burden is on this government to make sure say kwasiebi nkwasiada ye bi osuan faso ni so a wakobo foundation no e wo say NDC abai ko pesika besi agenda 111. And the ubewu kwasiebi TV so NDC needs to build agenda 111. Ekufu adu campaign in Tohwe Gunchen enum wi say agenda 111 when to be see one hospital. But omi jimi we di agenda 111 today burden that one so at the health minister so at the health ministry so at the atofos so. Where are we going to get the money? The same internally generated revenue. Yadi be a big push to stop people from dying on our roads. We need to bring that money out and do agenda 111. How can we build a nation like that? We create a hole for ourselves. We always create a hole for ourselves. We cannot think through things. Yaman kwasiafo so no ma say the foundation. That is why we are here today. Agenda 111 hospital bed kufu ade ba omia tumi ye ya oba tan ko mu koja awo. Kwasiafo de titi kroma yes ba omia medi president. Enkofo na Jimmy. The burden they have placed on us as a people, it's crazy. We need to be realistic. Sometimes easy to deal with. They put us in a ditch, and today, because of our forcing, the nyansa na ho brasie eni dwumapa ajo Mohammed and we have been out. We are getting out of this mess. It's not easy. Now, obviously, the crash winsem. These are the same people waiting for Furiata to come, and we are talking about real stuff. Na 2022 or 2023 or cast obviously agenda 111. Uncle Simu 60 year. Can you next one community Ghana? We sit in Ghana. And we Jimmy. Then they want us to believe we say Kufuado muni munyansa, ba umia muni munyansa. Nyansa no way. Agenda 111 me pe one hospitaler Kufuado o siwie ya obata ko mu kwaje awo. Mo MPP for mo Jimmy ntino mo treat mu sa no. Mo Jimmy emu young me se mususu a mo Jimmy mu nyina na mabodam. Let me tell you people. Mama NDC time, no, they will deliver. And they are delivering. See, Mamika Vinci on there. Look at this. Express Road. We have done 3 hours, 26 minutes. Team, stay with me. 51 kilometers of Accra-Kumasi Expressway corridor cleared. Compensation plans underway. Finance Minister. And the Atofos in Kachere. Sa express way na Jomahama eba baimu and this focus omu be yisa kwan free en kran kosi siremu no and the 51 kilometers omu tumi dwini nyina ma ende adema ye be start aye ekwan no ho adwuma omu so a time a omu dwi nwure num ebie kwan no ma be start kwan no emu ho kan ye omu fu ho kan ye omu down sankofo nya ye betu omu ka buso say a big push no sikani free he buso ho say sikani free he. Big push, no. Mumbusa mo say, say juma we are aban we ye, eyi kwan, you to be 51 kilometers. Busa say scanning free. John Mahama aban, wo enemy, tuona ye tuano, no mudi ye juma we. Tuona ye tuano. Besia, so mobile besia or Ghana, kwa bruchin ko bobesia, yen yankasa, and aban boy hobesia. Or the Dijuma ama menewo 51 kilometers a quine near to Krumana Sensubu Achikache Ghana for say Yania Santa for the Yempequino near to Krumha a Sensubu Achicholeta Comajo Mahama. Emma Bantima for you supporting say Yempequino a quine woman's woman pet Mamma and Fast Santimun could swim. You see the kind of people we live with. You see the kind of people we live with in Ghana. Shadia, I'm sure. And Sassika Wigina. Yanko Bruni won't go school. Saban we person obobesia ko obobesia free fie. Yen yanka say ho no obobesia. Pressure naso. Emra bebre naso. Dey interest no form onya abotre wo tiama ama ye through dey bond ni adare. Aban we nim nyansa. Ato force nim se na chichire man. Hwade. You see this? Government rules out borrowing for Accra Kumasi Express project. Aban say besia akobona bruchiri edi abaye sa kwan no lalai onye. Do you understand governance? We mu no mubu man. We mu atofose mo eno mubu man omo no nim nyansa. Sade we ba omi antumi nye ekufo adu ntumi nye. Ye tena kroma wankwasiafo ka kire se ye de drone bi nam wiem edi moja ekonti ye nyina ye nja de ye drone away. When was the last time I will receive moja free drone? Ba omi akogina santimem ka kire se he will pick Ghana card over interchanges. Mahamudu Baumia. He will pick Ghana card over infrastructure. Baby, you better see hospital amakwara interchange your car before so adena ediaduane be free stream man prisidia bay. Obviously he will choose a Ghana card over that. The tina kroma ma MP before bonsemu ma no. Omo bom nsem no mo ma menom air per hospital akonya oxygen no mo wuse moa. Mo yankwasiafo. We mu na ebu man. This is governance. They be a catch Ghana for say. Governance is simple. You just have to be truthful. Don't lie to the people. Let them know what is at stake. And that is what Ato Forson is doing. Ato Forson has never stood anywhere to boast to say he's the best economist or whatever. But or the common sense, any adekakra wusiano or the helping the president and other ministers also doing their part. That is governance. You don't need to do too much. And yes, I did channel and you know this and a dictator. A textbook economics, but a concert guy or a comedian. Junkie Kura on Ghana. See, I trust script mananka sa do beka nyina nkwase asem or we preko wi ankwase akeka ye kana mu buofu. He can't do this. E dey no de Ghana sky ye ti kroma no motan sika ko rent jets. Na na do dan kwaku for de duane si fridge so an nsanka or so pe jet a empa wom. Mahmoud ba omi na tam Ghana sika ko rent jet me kufu ado. Owie no sa tam sika rent jet ma Samira. Se onhoro ne dross no hye no fa nko India nko hwe kunkumbajia. Kwase afo wo mutu bi man. These MPP fools, they have no knowledge about governance. Metiana mekana mubuofu na mubuofu ye didi o matem. The reason tia mekasa ansa na chom so munim nyansa. We nyansa ni ba nie, e nyansa fo na echichire man no, NDC fo na echire mo. And you see, it will take time, but you can see the picture is taking shape. Menewo ye nyina hu say right now things are getting better. It is not easy, but we are quietly seeing the picture. Ye nyina hu. We are seeing the silhouette. We are seeing the picture come out. And slowly, if we believe and consistently support this government, the picture will be clear in the next 8, 12, 16, 32 years and 42 years. We will see it clearly. No Ghanaian will walk out of Ghana and go to South Africa to go work as a slave. The picture is showing. It is clearly showing up. That is what we need to do. So it is not about Tobiti Baby because 24-hour economy. But say if this government fails to implement all its policies, I don't have a problem because at least we can see the will is there, the understanding, the respect, the transparency is there, and the consistency in it. No credit. If we see the consistency, you won't know. It does not matter how long it will take. But it will be done, and this is what the government is doing. So I am not worried. I am not worried at all. If the government is not able to implement all its policies, and Brian Williams said, "Yeah, all is building and yielding." Hey, I'm sure idea. See this. AI, system Ghana port, Ghana Revenue Authority, port and send kasa. Almost say AI boost revenue by 1 billion Ghana cedis in April. In April, so our system we. Publican AI na yediba tema port no ebe assist for revenue collection no epu ya yenya over 1 billion revenue. That is what we call enyansafo mu di Ghana. This guy Anthony Sapon is showing. It is not talk, it is not gidi. It is implementing ideas and making sure say they are effective and being productive. Ye nyamfaso time I did AI public and Wales at the about port, we saw the pushback. Aboso kind for spare parts dealers. They did not understand. The government was like, relax, we will work with you people. We will work. Yet and the Atofort Aboso kind for what are they saying? The Aboso kind PRO, GRA Commissioner Anthony Sapon is performing exceptionally well. He deserves applause. Now they understand the AI no your port, generating money, billions. Because people are thinking. People are being practical. People are gradually remodeling the system. We are really generating revenue from home. We are not solely relying on a foreign aid to say Kufuadomo, Baomiamo, Oforiatamo, area isika through a foreign aid. They took their percentages. We are not doing that. These people are working. And it's in there who the PRO of Aboso kind of coming out saying they understand now the government through the GRA and the finance ministry, that idea implementing of the AI tool, it is actually giving Ghana revenue. That is how you build a nation. It is slow, but it is consistent. It is transparent. We have leaders who are willing to work. That is what I'm telling you. And you see, don't be distracted. NDC policy, don't worry. You live in Ghana. You see the picture. It is gradual. It is continuous. It is consistent. The picture will be clear. It can take 10 years, but the picture will be clear. As far as we are ready to support this government, its transparency, Caution the government when things go wrong. Understand that they respect us and we respect them back. When they are honest with us, that is all that we need. And that's what we are seeing today. The government of the day is honest with the people. That is what governance is. And the MPP, they don't understand these things. They think they can lie, they can incite, they can make people feel sad. Wait, that is not governance. Your mama about 8 years in Kwasiafo, they know almost one regional hospital. Almost one regional hospital. One. They couldn't build one. Agenda 111. Almost means one hospital. Say oba open for room call fan. Almost to be Kwasiafo way. Are they humans? Guys, here, my member video being shown. Samuel Abujinapo and the Assembly of Parliament. We Momo Jimmy, sometimes I don't even want to waste my time. Listen to him.
It's an attempted presentation. Mr. Speaker, you are a senior lawyer, he's a senior lawyer, and therefore there was no breach of Article 106, Article 106.7. There was no breach, absolutely. The majority leader himself has said that there was an attempted presentation, and indeed, Mr. Speaker, that is the